Today, we're doing something that's been highly requested on this channel. We're building the ultimate jungle home for one of the most agile acrobats in the reptile world, found only in the wild on a few remote islands in New Caledonia. Meet John Rambo, the Crested Gecko. The products of today's video were kindly sponsored by ExoTerra. Make your reptiles feel at home. First, we have to assemble the cabinet. With the cabinet built, we're now going to go to the garage and take a look at the rest of the products. This is the enclosure we're working with. It's 90, 45, 90, 36, 18, 36 inches. And it says here that it's ideal for paludarium. So let's open this. This enclosure already comes with a 3D background, but I'm not going to use it today. Instead, I want to make my own. The reason why I want to make my own custom background is because we have all this nice wood that I actually went to collect myself in the forest. Here's a short clip of that.
Whoa!
I stumbled upon a pile of sticks.
What do we have here? Just a boring stick, yeah?
Here we have something interesting. You see, I'm always looking for pieces like this that has interest.
This has interest.
This is what my car looks like 50% of the time. It's always full of some sort of wood, stones, which is why I don't have a nice car. This is the piece that is the stones. Imagine this sealed into the background like that, with this knob showing, this coming down, plants growing up here, you know, moss here, a little bit of moss in that hole. But before we can use these plants, we have to clean and sterilize them. The wood is just gonna hang here, dry a little bit. Look at this one. This one has like imprints of something. Some sort of insect has made this. It looks like some cave people have done this millions and millions of years ago. But I think it's just leaves or some sort of insect or roots or I don't know. What could this be? I just love this texture. It's just much easier to work with landscaping foam. I actually have another terrarium right here, as you can see. Don't mind hers, it's just painting my shelf in the background. So yeah, the wood will be integrated into the background using the black landscaping foam. Over here on this shelf we have a smorgasbord of juicy things that ExoTerra sent me. Starting with the BioDrain, which is a drainage layer for the tank. On top of that we have the terrarium draining mesh, which is like a weed fabric to separate the BioDrain from the substrate. And the substrate will consist of SUBSTRATUM, which is a bioactive volcanic substrate. We have some plantation soil, this is just a little bit of cocoa fiber. I'm not going to use super much of that, just a little bit. We have COCOHUSK, just big chunky pieces of coconuts. But then we also have some potatismos. The reason why I have potatismos here is not for this build, it's not for eating. I'm actually a sous chef at a fine dining restaurant, and if I would get caught with this, they'll probably take my license away. The reason why this is here is because I make fruit fly media or fruit fly cultures with this. To light up everything, we have this Fluval light that Fluval was kind enough to send me. It's actually for aquariums, but you can actually use this for terrariums as well. You can connect it to a smart app, you can customize your color spectrum, the programmable 24-hour light cycle, and it also has a 3-year warranty. That's very good. So as you can see now, I have the enclosure on the floor and I have the doors propped up because otherwise they can break. I've already been playing around with escape here. As you can see, I'm using the potatismos to prop up. I'm not really sure about this, but I want something similar. Let's see if we can come up with a bed escape inside the tank. This is gonna be really challenging to escape upside down. Basically what I want is for this piece to be here, and then this could be on the opposite side. Ah, mother... It's actually now the next day, and as you can see, the tank is on the other side. It used to be on this side, but I flipped it on this side, and I've also foamed this side. I'm gonna see now if we can flip it upright without destroying it. I don't recommend doing this though. Boom. Should make it Boom. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. We have this pot that I integrated into the foam. I think I found this in the sea in Italy somewhere. And then on the right side, I integrated a balloon to serve as another hide. Cats coming in, cats coming in, cats coming in. Whoa, whoa! Ciao, Mino. Let's pop the balloon and see what happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's actually a cave now. I can fit my whole hand in there. Oh no. Ah, nay! I just got it off my other hand. How am I gonna get this off now? Number one rule with foam, always wait until it cures and wear gloves. But anyway, we're left now with an amazing looking tank, and I think the cat thinks so as well. The next step now would be, of course, first to wait until everything cures, and then we're gonna carve it. Yeah, so it's now the next day and the foam has fully cured. As you can see, I can put my hand in the cave now without getting it completely black. I actually already went ahead and carved the foam. It's very simple. You just place your knife in and carve it and shape it into the shape that you want. The way I see it, we have a few options here now. One way would be to cover it completely with silicone and then press stuff into it like cocoa fiber. Or what I like to do is to cover it with clay and soil. And the perfect alternative for this would be the ExoTerra Stone Desert. The reason why I'm not using it because I forgot to order it. And the Stone Desert comes in many different colors, so you can choose the color that you want on your background. This process is pretty straightforward as well. You simply just grab the clay mixture and add it to the background. Yeah, we're done with the background, yo. Let's move on to the misting system. And this misting system is called Monsoon Multi 2. Let's see what's inside. Yeah, so this is obviously the lid. So we have an on, 0 and cycle. And we can choose the cycle here, how often we want it to spray and how long we want it to spray. It has an attachment here for the tube. And right here you can fill it with water. It also has a little thing here where the tube goes inside. This is the tube that goes inside. The system comes with 2 nozzles, but you can actually attach 6 nozzles. This tank can actually hold 8 liters or 2 gallons. I'm gonna fill the tank with reverse osmosis water. And there's a few ways you can get RO water by A, making it yourself by getting a reverse osmosis water system. B, you can go to your aquarium store and buy reverse osmosis water. Make sure this is tightly on, and then we just add it like this. And now the tank goes into the cabinet. If you want to connect 2 extra nozzles, you need to purchase 2 of these extension kits. Let me explain. Tanks filled with water, pumped up the water here, and then I've added a split T connection here. That one goes here, splits again into 2 ways. One nozzle goes here, and then another nozzle goes here. It splits all the way up here the same way. So we have 4 nozzles connected now. Go. Yeah! We got misting system. This one is spraying here, but I think I want to angle it a bit more down so it sprays the foreground. This one sprays more like a midground. This one sprays a little bit of everything. Now it's time to start working on the rock wall. We are going to have very hard rocks here, so we don't want anything to get damaged. So I'm just laying down some protective foam. I would want this rock to go more into the corner, but it's blocked by this. So I'm thinking if I should just saw it off. I've got a scape going on here that I'm really happy about. I really like the different textures and different colors. Especially in this one, it looks like a rusty orange rock. There's a little gap right there, and here and here and here and here. We're gonna fill that in with filter floss, and behind everything we're gonna add a drainage layer. So here's where we're at right now with the rocks. I'm really pleased with this result. I want to see how it looks with water, see if everything holds, and also I want to test the pump. So the camera died right when I filled up the tank, but as you can see here, we've filled up the tank with water now and the waterfall is running right here. I now want to get in some sand and see how it looks. The water is very cloudy, so we're going to let that clear and let's add in this substrate. With the substrate in place, I can now move on to covering the background with moss. Now I want to add this Ficus benjamina. I chose this one because I like the leaves. They're very small and kind of narrow. This came as a whole plant and I've actually separated into 3 pieces. ExoTerra Germany has launched a new product, and it's a humidifier, ultrasonic humidifying fog generator. It's essentially a fog machine.